Welcome. Oops. Let's get the microphone. Welcome to the Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. We do this every Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Wow. 8 a.m. I had a cup of coffee. I'm just starting to sip on it, so I'm not quite done. Forgive me. Let's start again from the top. This is our 8 o'clock a.m. Wednesday Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. It's meant to be funny, where we get together every week and review real estate memes, really just for the purpose of having some fun and laughing. I'm Bill Gross. I'm a real estate broker here in Los Angeles, California. And I watch comedy all day long. I have a screen. I've actually three screens, a work screen in front, content screen on the right, and the third screen to run video. And mostly that's comedy to keep me, it's a tough business. You got to keep your mindset right. You got to keep yourself in the game, not let things bother you. And so I devised this as a way to get together every week and go through various real estate-based memes that get posted. We all see them. And then to laugh at them a little bit or to point out what they're about. Now, if you're watching this live, we live stream this onto YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X. Feel free to comment or feel free to send on your meme and I'll put it on the show. And thanks in advance for doing that. So with all that said, all that important homework done, as if it's hard work, let's get started with our real estate meme stream. First one, we did have a property in your price range, but I'm afraid we sold it in 1969. That's a little far back to be real, but there is some truth. We may have sold it 5 years ago or 3 years ago. We have buyers come to the market and assume they're going to wait till the prices come down to where they think it should be, and it just doesn't quite work that way. So far, for the most part, real estate prices have gone straight up. But anyhow, that's some fun thing. Okay, real estate's a great career path, and this is what the path looks like. Yeah, I would say real estate can be a perilous path. It's interesting. I was talking yesterday to one of the top commercial investors in West LA, and he's made a fortune. But he's had some ups and downs. And like everybody in this business, but he stuck through with it, and he learned and got better at it. But yeah, the path definitely looks a lot more like that than the things that we see. Okay, so here's the difference between the photos you see on the listing and then when you go to the property in person. I don't think it's quite... not quite that deceptive, but maybe that's the second bathroom they didn't show you. I've seen that kind of stuff happen all the time. This meme has been used ever since the Super Bowl in a variety of ways. Here's one. It's realtor, not real-itor. I'm a realtor. I'm a member of the National Association of Realtors. I'm really proud of the organization. I think we do a lot of good work to help us be professional and serve our customers. But man, pronouncing the name is tough. Very few people get it right. I guess Andy Reid did get it right to Travis Kelce's liking there. I don't think that's quite the way it is. Okay, so here you go. This is a classic one also. When your new neighbor tells you they're also a realtor, stay out of my territory. This is from Breaking Bad. Yeah, we get a little territorial. My business is very, very niched in probate real estate, so I don't really get into some of the areas that other people do, but definitely it can feel that way. You can feel that when you go, especially when you join a new social group. And so what do? I'm a real estate agent. You kind of feel that, oh, well, we have Joe. He's the realtor for our group. So here's one. So as real estate agents, one of the big things is being able to work with the other agents. It's a cooperative business. I think it's the most cooperative industry in my experience, as the basis of it. The essence of the multiple listing service is cooperation, but sometimes the other agents aren't good. So this is when you can instantly tell the other agent aside is going to be awful to work with. I had one of those. I had one. He was terrible to work with. He in fact wasn't licensed, and a lot of companies might have overlooked that. I'm at EXP. We're a very big company. We do play things by the rules. And so we weren't able to pay him. What we were able to do was, because I wasn't paying a commission, discount the price to the buyer, who in turn could do whatever they want with their money. That's their business at that point. But the agent was so upset with me at the end that he gets my marketing emails and just writes back expletives. It doesn't even unsubscribe or say unsubscribe me. He was terrible. And he didn't serve his customer very well. At the end of the day, my seller got a better price because he did not protect his buyer. But sorry, not sorry. My job is to protect my client. My job is not to make friends with other agents. I try to. I do a good job of it based on results. I know a lot of agents and have a good reputation, but bad agents, my job is to protect my clients from them. So, okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so this is a classic. My buyers can be either 3, but I can't make it. Do you mind showing them around? Well, sure, as long as they send a buyer's contract with me as their new agent. Meeting showings is a delicate thing because sometimes the seller has a limited window and that may not work for both the buyer and the buyer's agent. And how do you handle that? Some listing agents are fine. I have to be there anyhow. I'm not kind of in that way. I will say typically I'll show properties. I have agents that do for us. And there's a great service we can use to hire agents. It's kind of like the Uber for real estate showings. And I recommend agents use that to protect their clients rather than ask the listing agent to do that. I don't think you want them meeting the other agent. But anyhow, yeah, it is a little presumptuous, and agents can be that way sometimes or desperate, and it all works the same way. Okay, let's see. This is kind of how it feels at open house sometimes. Are you the owners? We're the 10 ends. That's a stupid play on words. I don't know. It's not that funny now that I think about it. It seemed funny when I set this up. Okay, so this is marketing headshots versus reality. You see real estate agents. Look, I had one done about 6 years ago. And I just haven't got a new headshot done. I'm guilty of using an older one, but there's some agents who just can't recognize them from their photo. And here's what headshot versus reality with these new AI filters. I think that's funny. I've met agents that kind of feels that way. This is one. We buy home, fast closing. Yeah, if you're trusting your most important asset to somebody who's posting stuff on telephone poles. That said, I know people who've got property and flipped them as investors as a result of those, they call them bandit signs. So, it's just one of those things. Here's saving some money on a do-it-yourself for a fire extinguisher. Now, what really happened was a fire extinguisher was missing. He just put that in to be funny, but I think that's really funny. This one is a classic. I think we had this one last week actually, but I'd like this one. The showing might take 10 minutes, but the conversation in the driveway with your buyer's parents afterwards can take 2 hours. Look at his face. That is real. That is real. Sometimes just they want to go into detail, and it's a house they're never going to buy, and probably the buyer's never going to buy one of those things. So here's one. When the realtor on the other side also swears like a sailor. I don't know. I think when the agent on this side is compatible, it feels so good. So also swearing, I try not to swear. I guess I do as well, but I try not to. I don't think it's a good thing. So there you go. I like this picture. When the first sub owner says, I think I'll just use a flat MLS service instead. You give them a look. There's services that you can literally just pay a fee and put as the owner your property in the multiple listing service, if that's all it was. And I think the price is like $250 or $300 to do that. You pay for it. Your property is in the MLS, but you don't get people working those buyer's agents and such to get your property sold. And the proof is in pudding. They don't have results and a market share growing because it just doesn't work in the long run. So I like this one. And then Satan said, put linoleum over the wood floors. I live in an area in LA where the homes were originally built like in the 1920s. And you see these homes that have linoleum and it's over a beautiful wood floor. I'm lucky our wood floors are exposed and we're redone really nice. But yeah, putting linoleum over good old wood floors doesn't make any sense. Today I'm going to talk about the love of my life. Residential real estate, and the look on the wife. It feels that way sometimes if you're a real estate spouse, especially when we meet somebody in the business from another market. We've had guests at our house, and it turns out they're a real estate agent in Miami, and we'll talk about the business nonstop. Just because I think you have to love it to do it in the long run. And so, okay, this is how it can feel when you research the other agent or the seller, I guess. You feel like you're, sneaking in to find out who they are. Maybe if you're on the buyer's side, also trying to figure out who they are, can be kind of sneaky. Let's see. Well, heat sink. No, it's not that one. We did that one. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. We think the house is overpriced. We want to offer 30% below asking. Yeah, there are markets that works. I think that you have to have a thick skin. There are people who, every listing I ever put out, send me a cash offer at about 30 or 40% below the list price. And I imagine they send out hundreds of such offers. And the thing is, the people who accept it are ones who are way overpriced to begin with. And they think they're offering a low price, and they're still offering a fair market price at the end. So I don't know how that really works. It doesn't seem to. It's one of those plans that sounds great, and I think maybe in an inefficient market might work. But there you go. Laughing at them. I don't know that would laugh at them, but it's always frustrating when you're brand new in the market and the agent sends you a list, an offer at 40% below, and there's work involved in presenting offers, and you have obligations to sellers to present them. So, okay, so let's see. Here's one. When they say they want to sell and change their mind for the third time, you want to scream in the phone. You can't scream in the phone, but you want to scream in the phone. That's how it feels. That's exactly how it feels. Me in 1998, wasting time resting instead of buying land. Now, for me, it'd have to be 1959 for that picture to be accurate. But any of us not buying land in 1998, any of us not buying real estate in the west side of Los Angeles, 1998, really lost out. Okay, American Home Starter Edition, the 70s, the 90s is a mobile home, and in 2010s it's a van, and 2030s it's camping. Ain't that the truth? I do a podcast on real estate ripoffs. I think one of the things is you can see that our government and corporate and press in real estate are really trying to get us to accept renting and high rises the rest of our lives. And the American dream in the 1970s seems to has been given up as a standard in our economy. It's sad. Okay, and let's see. This is classic. The phone's ringing instead of answering it. If you don't recognize the caller, you try to see who it is before you pick it up. Yeah, I don't pick up the phone anymore unless I recognize the number. If there's call ID, I might recognize it. But just way too many. And I'm on the do not call list. Way too many spam calls. I'm not really sure what's going on with life, but just not efficient to pick up calls because you want to be polite to people, but they all want to give their pitch in. So, okay, I think that's going to do it for today. This is Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. Now, this is based on the Facebook group, Real Estate Humor, where we have over 144,000. Side note, 144 is a gross. 12 times 12 is a gross. And my last name is Gross, Bill Gross. I'm Bill Gross, or at Bill Gross Probate and social media. We do this every Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock. And I just have some fun. Love to share memes with you. If you have any particular that you want to share, send them to me, put them in the Facebook group, and we'll catch them next time. As always, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.